It's a Tiny Gamer, and let's play some more Cryptid Coffeehouse. Okay. So let's see. Let's get right back to where we left off. So between work, having the AC up. Actually, I'm always like sniffling or coughing or something at work. So I feel like there's something in the ventilation system. Being in cold hospital rooms and then the warm weather, and my body is like, no. It's having a very hard time adjusting. Let's continue on. Alright. You and Odina just finished having dinner, and she's helping you wash up. The two of you haven't gotten to hang out too much this week, because Odina has been constantly at work, but you finally got a moment to be together tonight. Okay. Unfortunately, it's time for the both of you to part, as Odina has somewhere to be, and so do you. You bring Odina the last of the dishes from the dining table, and she thanks you, flashing you a brief smile. So what do you have to do after this? You linger by her side, picking up a dry rag from the counter and beginning to dry off the dishes on the dish rack. I'm actually going to Artemis's place. The smile that Odina gives you then could only be described as devious. It makes your stomach flip. You rush to explain yourself, but Odina jumps in before you can. You sure do spend a lot of time with them. You sputter. Suddenly the plate you're drying is extremely interesting. I spend a lot of time with you too. Odina giggles, bumping her hip against yours playfully. I'm just messing with you. Oh, wait until the last moment to tell Odina about Artemis. I got it. Yes. That was one of the other achievements I have wanted to get. How many more do I have left? I'm just curious. And let's see, library. Let's see. Keep in mind, that I am playing this game and I have no idea what to pick next or anything like that. Let's see. I have 1, 2. Okay. So there are 5 more achievements I have to get. Some I might have to play through the game again on my own just to then later show the achievement. But yeah. I'm so happy I got that one. I'm glad you have other friends. I love spending time with you, but I'm also happy that you have other people to be around. Something about Odina's words makes you feel dizzy. You still haven't told her about you and Artemis. It's been over 3 weeks, and you don't think she's heard anything about what happened at the lake, or about anything else. I have something to tell you. Odina looks up from the sudsy dishwasher. Her eyebrows quirked up. You know you're starting to turn red. Just thinking about speaking the words out loud is like confronting a lot of your own feelings. Artemis and I aren't exactly friends anymore. Odina's brows draw together. She's confused. Oh, poor thing. She thinks that we're not friends anymore.
What?
It's quiet. Odina stares at you. Then her mouth drops open, her eyes going as wide as saucers. Are you two dating? You don't say anything. Just lick your lips and sort of smile awkwardly. Odina is completely gobsmacked. Please don't get mad. Please don't get mad.
You're dating Artemis, and you didn't tell me?
Oh no, don't get mad. Okay, well, we're not actually dating, but it's...
OMG.
I can't believe you didn't tell me. Do you guys kiss? Oh no. The silence that stretches in seems to tell Odina everything she needs to know. You two are kissing? Only sometimes. Oh no, she's gonna be mad. And you didn't tell me? How long has it been? If you weren't so flustered, you might have laughed. She really has no idea. Since the lake? No way. Yes way. And you're dating now? No. Yes. I don't really know. We just like each other, I guess. Wow. Look at you. They grow so fast. Okay, she's not mad. I was so scared. You smack her gently on the arm. She laughs and flicks dishwater at you. There's a content silence. Odina sighs, shaking her head and smiles. Or shakes her head and smiles. You know, this is gonna sound crazy, but I sort of had a feeling. Oh my god, you did not. I did, I swear. You might not have noticed it back then, but Artemis has always looked at you in a way they don't look at anyone else. I noticed it when we were at the lakeside. Believe it or not, I am quite perceptive. This kind of embarrasses you. Did everyone know that Artemis liked you before you did? It's either that Artemis is bad at hiding their feelings, or you're just oblivious. I am oblivious. Maybe it's a combination of both. Odina goes back to scrubbing at a pan. What are you gonna do at Artemis's place anyways? We're gonna watch the Midwest Singles double episode season finale. Oh, no way! I'm gonna watch it too after I finish up at the salon. You're going to the salon this late? It's past 7. Odina sighs, sticking her bottom lip out. Yes, I just have to drop by to process payroll. Since when do you process payroll? Isn't that your boss's job? Yeah, that's what I thought too. I think I'm becoming the assistant manager without actually being told I'm becoming the assistant manager, and also without making assistant manager salary. That's not good. Maybe you should... So I think I said, maybe you should talk to your boss. But this time I'm going to try find another job. Just to see what happens. I should, shouldn't I? Maybe I'll apply to work at a fancy restaurant as a cute waitress. I've always wanted to do that. Odina, really though. Odina looks at you then, a tight smile on her lips. Alarm bells ring in your head as you notice just how tired she looks. She's been at work all week. You worry that she's overworking herself, taking on tasks that overwhelm her because she's trying so hard to keep the salon afloat. You know she loves the salon, but at what cost? You would hate to see your best friend become a shell of herself. I know. I'll get to looking for real. I love my coworkers and I love what I do, but I'm getting really tired. Yeah, I can tell. It worries me. I just want the best for you. Odina's smile grows genuine. You can see the love that she has for you in her face.
Thanks.
I really appreciate it. I promise I'll start my search, okay? I'll let you know what I come up with. You and Odina finish washing up shortly after you finish talking. Odina helps you put all the clean and dry dishes away. Then she wipes her damp hands on the front of her shirt mindlessly. I should probably get going. Aw, I wish you didn't have to go. Odina sticks her bottom lip out, her brows creasing. I know. We don't get to hang out as much as we used to. I miss you. I miss you too. Once I get all this work stuff sorted out, we can hang out more, I promise. She says it so vehemently. Completely determined. She throws her arms open for a hug and you can't resist her. Her hugs are always so warm and sweet, and she always smells good. I'm gonna hold you to that, okay? Okay. Odina pulls away from the hug, her hands sliding down your arms. She's smiling.
I'll see you later, alright?
Have fun with Artemis. I will. I'll see you later. Odina collects her things and slips on her shoes. And the next thing you know, the two of you are saying your final goodbyes. When she leaves, you just stand there by the door for a little bit. You love her. You kind of miss her already. Suddenly you remember that you have plans tonight as well. You could sit and be a little sad that you couldn't spend time with Odina as much as you'd like to. Or you could get ready to go to Artemis's house. You elect for the latter, shuffling through the kitchen to get to your bedroom. There was one thing you didn't tell Odina about your plans with Artemis. It's a sleepover. Whenever you think about sleeping over at Artemis's place, you feel your insides twist and turn and tie up into a million knots. It's not exactly a bad feeling, but gods, you're nervous. If you think too hard about it, you might psych yourself out of it. You remember the way Artemis had brought it up earlier this week. You two had been grabbing coffee at Webb's, and you remember the way Artemis's face had been scarlet when they asked. You almost couldn't believe that they asked in the first place. You agreed, flustered and embarrassed, but insanely pleased for some reason. You're not exactly sure what this means for your relationship with Artemis, but you hope it's something good. You get to packing up your things in a drawstring backpack you found in the depths of your closet. You're going to be taking the bus to Artemis's because it's a bit too late to be walking around. And besides, if you walk, you'll miss the beginning to the Midwest Singles finale. When you're done gathering your things, you check your transit app on your phone. The bus comes in 7 minutes. You grab a light jacket off your bed and get to moving. Luckily, there's a bus stop just outside your apartment. By the time you get down there, you only have to wait a little while before it rolls up to the curb. It's only about a 10-minute bus ride to Artemis's place, but it's been a while since you've been over there. The last time was when you went over to watch a movie almost a month ago. It's crazy to think it's been so long, but it doesn't feel like time has passed at all. You keep checking your phone throughout the bus ride to make sure you don't miss your stop. But after a little while, the streets and buildings are starting to look a little familiar. When your phone tells you it's time to get off. Oh, excuse me. You pull the single cord and the bus slows as it approaches the next stop. You get up from your seat, ready to disembark. On your way off the bus, you call out to the driver. Thank you. Now that you're on the sidewalk and get the opportunity to look around, everything is coming back to you. Artemis's place is just down the street and to the left. You get to walking, pulling your jacket tight around you. It's been getting chiller at night lately. Chillier. In a couple minutes, you're at Artemis's doorstep. You knock on the door. Maybe you should send Artemis a text to let them know you're here. Your thoughts are interrupted by the front door opening to reveal Artemis. Their face lights up when they realize it's you standing there.
Hey.
Hi. You smile brightly and Artemis returns it. You can already feel your heart doing that melting thing again. Oh, let's see. Let's see what I do. I might kiss them on the mouth. Because I think I end up hugging them, but we'll see. I do hug them. Okay, cool. I'm gonna... Can I give you a kiss hello? So, just FYI, the reason why I don't fully think I said it or realized it during one of my other playthroughs, but the reason I'm a bit more bold with my Let's Play, one, I'm curious, two, I can edit out whatever, you know, if it gets a little racy, but I don't think it's going to. The smile on Artemis's face slips into something fond. In hell, you don't think you'll ever get used to them looking at you like that. Sure. You move forward and crane up, tastily giving Artemis a quick peck on the lips. Even though it's not much, it makes the inside of your chest feel so warm. I forgot to text you and tell you I was on my way. Sorry. That's okay. You're here now, and that's really all that matters. And you're in time for Midwest singles. That's the best part. Artemis steps out of the doorway so you can go inside the house, which you do. Once you're inside, Artemis closes the door behind you. You take off your shoes and follow Artemis into the living room. There's something playing on the television, but it's nothing you recognize. No one's watching it either. Artemis pauses in front of the TV, grabbing the remote off the coffee table and turning off the television. Were you watching something? Yeah, it's this office romance drama from a couple years ago. It's silly. I keep checking to make sure I'm still recording. Sorry. You did know Artemis watched office romance dramas. This is kind of silly, but you think it's the best kind of silly. Okay. You vaguely recall seeing all those reality TV shows on Artemis's Crypt Flicks the last time you were over here. Perhaps Artemis enjoys more corny and trashy television than you thought. It's not as silly as you think. We're literally about to watch a matchmaking television show about Midwesterners. Artemis laughs, setting down the remote and hanging out of the living room to get to the kitchen. You are so right. In the kitchen, the both of you find Kuro seated at the table, eating a thin slice of what looks like chocolate cake.
Hey.
Kuro looks up from his cake, licking frosting from his lips.
Hey.
He seems to see you behind Artemis. You raise your hand in greeting. He peers at you, almost like he's examining you and cataloging every detail for later. Then he dips his head as a hello. Hey, Tiny. He's addressing you? For some reason, you feel a rush of satisfaction. It almost feels like you finally gained Kuro's approval. Hi, Kuro. You here to keep this rascal company? Oh my god. That looks like a Cheez-It box. Sorry, distracted. And that's a crock pot. Sorry, distracted. That's a knife block. Oh, I should yawn. He points at Artemis lazily with his chocolate-smeared fork. Artemis rolls her eyes. You try not to laugh. Yes, actually. Good, because there's really no telling what they'll get up to once Mordag and I leave. Oh, you're leaving? As soon as you say that, you can hear someone bounding down the stairs. A few seconds later, and Mordag is walking into the kitchen, a bag slung across her body. I'm ready when you are, Ku. Mordag's gaze slides to you and Artemis. Her lips pull back in a smile full of sharp teeth. Your heart jumps even though you've seen her smile so many times.
Hey!
Haven't seen you in a bit. Are you hanging out for the night? Yeah, Artemis and I are going to watch the Midwest Singles finale. What? No way! I totally wanted to watch that. If I had known that it was airing tonight, I probably would have said no to going to this concert. She says the last sentence more towards Kuro than anyone else in the room. Kuro snorts, doubling the remains of his cake in his mouth before getting up from the table.
Whatever. You're welcome to stay home and watch your shit singles if you want.
Oh.
Singles.
Oh my god. You guys are going to a concert?
Yes!
It's a super sharp concert. A super sharp concert? Mordag laughs, waving her hand at you. On the other side of the kitchen, Kuro is washing his plate. It's a duo. They make really loud and abrasive punk music. It's mostly Kolia's thing, but I thought it sounded like fun. Kuro's finished washing up now. You see him dry his hands on a rag, hanging from the sink. He ambles over, pulling his phone from his pants pocket. Speaking of Kolia, we should probably get going. He just texted me asking where we are. Don't tell her we're still at home. They were on the way or something. Mordag turns back at you and Artemis, flashing you another smile full of teeth. You two have fun tonight, okay? Don't break anything while we're away. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come upstairs. He's hearing my neighbors moving about. We won't. You guys have fun too. Oh my god. Okay, we really should go. Kolia texted again and said if we're not at her place in the next 15 minutes, she's gonna leave without us. She's left without us before. She's definitely not joking. Oh my god. Yeah, she seems like the type to be like, okay, you wanted to stay, bye. Kuro looks at Mordag, his eyebrows raised. You ready? Oh yeah, I'm ready. Can you leave my chair alone, please? Let's f***ing go then. See you losers later. Oh, forget he says that. I hope you lose your phone in the mosh pit. Ooh, that's harsh.
Bye, Artemis. Love you.
Love you too.
Have fun. You too, Kuro.
Yeah, love you.
I'm sorry, that's just funny coming from him. Bye, Tiny. Don't get into too much trouble. Bye, Tiny. Haha, bye. Yes. Wow. I can't pet you when you are out of reach, sir. Needy boy. Don't give me that look, sir. I told you he attacks when he feels like he hasn't been given enough attention. Go. No more chair time. I give you chair time today. Sorry, he has that look in his eyes like he's gonna attack. Because he's angry that his dad's not home. Stop. Ro and Mordat sidle past the two of you, leaving the kitchen and heading towards the front door. There's a moment of them putting their shoes on. Then you hear the front door open and close. It's quiet. You and Artemis are alone. Artemis moves in, lightly brushing their hand against the small of your back to get you to follow them. Let's go upstairs. You trail behind them, following them upstairs into their bedroom. They leave the door open, probably because no one else is home. You hover in the doorway. Artemis is going straight to their bed to clear some clothes off of the bedspread. Now that you're looking, their room is a little bit cluttered, more than it was the last time you were here. You don't particularly mind too much. Clutter is different than dirty. You spend a little while looking around, your eyes landing on the inset window behind Artemis's bed. On the sill sits a bunch of stuff. Worn books, an empty coffee mug, a bunch of colorful hair clips. But what catches your eye the most is aloe vera happily absorbing the waning sunlight. Aw, wait. You have aloe vera on your windowsill? It looks happy. Artemis is still gathering clothes from their bed, quickly sorting them and hanging some over their forearm. They smile. Yeah, of course. I told you that I would take good care of it. What kind of plant parent would I be if I let our darling aloe vera to pass? A bad one, that's for sure. I think I would have to revoke your custody if you... Artemis' smile grows cheeky. It squints their eyes in a sweet way. If aloe vera is... I don't think there's anything to be revoked. Oh my god.
Our baby is safe. Trust me.
But I won't let that happen. Alright. I'll be expecting photo updates every other day. Naturally. You watch Artemis move across the room to their closet. Another question pressing at the back of your mind. I'm curious, why aren't you going to the concert too? It seems like something you would have fun at. Artemis looks over their shoulder at you, in the middle of hanging up those clothes in the closet. Artemis looks over their shoulder at you, in the middle of hanging up those clothes in the closet. You wander idly into the room, settling down into their desk chair. Artemis shrugs mindlessly. You hear the clattering of plastic hangers against each other. I don't know. Bro, Kulia, and Mordat told me about it only a couple days ago, when I had already made plans with you for today. They shrug again. They close their closet door, then bend down and begin to pick up some shirts from the carpet. I love my friends, but I don't know. I really wanted to hang out with you. Everything Artemis says to you makes you want to evaporate into particles. You know they're just speaking their mind, but something about it makes your blood rush hot and fast under your skin. That's sweet of you. I like hanging out with you. Artemis puts the clothes they collected from the floor into the hamper by their closet, looking over at you with a small smile on their lips. I like hanging out with you too. Being around you makes me happy. You feel yourself blush. Artemis is already doing the same, averting their eyes from you. That was corny, wasn't it? A little bit, but I liked it though. Artemis bites back another smile. They sit down on the floor then, among a bunch of stray papers, and start to rifle through them. You watch them make small piles for a while, then you speak. Do you want me to help you? Huh? Oh, sure, if you want. Sorry, I should have organized before you got here. It's embarrassing for you to see my messy room. You slide from the chair down to the floor, sitting close to where Artemis is sitting, so you can look over whatever they're sorting through. It's okay, I don't mind the clutter. They put a piece of paper in a pile to their left. You're not really sure which piles are for what. What are we organizing? They take a peek at you from over the frames of their glasses, before observing the piles they've arranged. Trash and not trash, I guess? These papers have been sitting around for forever. I'm not sure why I keep everything. You look over some of the papers in the pile in front of you. You're not sure what's trash or not trash. You see a bunch of grocery store receipts, notebook. Sorry, yawn. Notebook paper scrawled over with Artemis's slanted handwriting and stained with coffee rings. Sheets of printer paper smeared with excess ink. You're not exactly certain what Artemis will want to keep, so you just settle for sorting things by type then, by type of item. Notebook papers go in one pile, receipts in another pile, unopened mail in another pile. The two of you sit on the floor in comfortable silence for a bit, sorting papers into piles until everything feels neater. Artemis gets up every so often to collect more random papers from around their room, adding to the main pile in front of the both of you. At some point, you begin to unearth Polaroid photos among everything else. There are only 2, but they pique your interest. What do you want me to do with these? Artemis looks up, peering at the photos in your hand. They seem confused, but that expression is quickly replaced with a bright recognition. Oh my gods, I've been looking for these forever. Or those forever. You look at the photos again. They look like pictures taken on one of those disposable cameras you buy from retail pharmacies. One of the pictures is of a little girl you don't recognize, sitting in a tire swing under a drooping tree and smiling over a dripping ice cream cone covered in sprinkles. Aww. The second picture is of Artemis with the little girl, their cheeks pressed together as they squeeze into the frame, with big smiles on their faces. It's a little blurry. Who's this? Artemis takes the photos from you, looking them over. You watch a smile pull at their lips, but it's a different kind of smile, one you've never seen on them before. This is my sister, Diana. Oh, that's so sweet. How old are those pictures? They're from this past summer. I went back home for 2 weeks, and we hung out a lot. She never wanted to leave my side the whole time. I think she misses me a lot when I'm not around. Artemis falls silent, gazing at the pictures again. You sort of try to sneak another peek at them, craning your neck. It's really none of your business, but Artemis and their sister look nothing alike, like they're completely different people. You don't think anyone would be able to even mistake them for siblings. Artemis is all long limbs, dark wings, and red eyes. Their sister is softer than them, with splotchy cheeks and a small button nose, and she's green. We're not actually related. Artemis's words snap you out of your own head. You feel yourself flush in embarrassment. It's like they read your minds. Artemis gives you a crooked smile. That's what you're thinking, right? You're not really sure how to answer that. It almost feels wrong to have been thinking it. Was it disrespectful? You chew on your bottom lip, resorting to keep quiet. She's my stepmom's kid. I'm technically an only child. I think of her as my real sister, though. I love her more than anything in my whole life. She was really young when my dad and my stepmom got married. I'm not sure if she completely knows we're not actually related by blood. It's still sweet that she gets to have an older sibling either way. I don't think being flesh and blood has to be a big factor in your relationship with her. Artemis nods slowly, setting down the photos with care. Yeah, I definitely agree. Are you as close with your stepmom as you are with your sister? There's a silence. Then Artemis makes a face, an unpleasant one. You get a sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach. No. It's a hard no. Something non-negotiable. It's a no rooted in distaste and disdain. It makes you feel a bit dizzy. Oh, I'm sorry. Artemis shrugs. They move some papers around, but you can tell that it's just so that their hands will be busy.
Nothing to be sorry about.
Oh. I think... Okay. So, in my stream, I asked them why. This time, I'm going to leave it alone. You don't want to make Artemis uncomfortable by asking questions you shouldn't. This is the most they've told you about the family the entire time that you've known them, and you think that you're content with this information. When they feel like talking to you about their stepmom, they will. You'll be ready to listen when they are. There's a long moment of nothing. Then Artemis fixes his eyes on you, almost like they're seeing you for the first time during this entire conversation. Their lips pull up at the corners. Their tone grows fond, wistful. Diana would love you. The inside of your chest grows warm. You smile back at them. I would love to meet her. You and Artemis finish organizing papers after a while. The time slips by, and the next thing you know, Artemis is checking their phone and going, "Oh!" Midwest Singles is on in like 5 minutes. Let me take these papers down to the recycling and I'll be right back up. You know where the TV remote is, right? You think you can turn it on while I'm downstairs? Yeah, I can do that. Awesome, I'll be right back. You watch Artemis gather a bunch of papers that the two of you had sorted into the trash piles into their arms. It's a bit inefficient, but it seems to do the trick as they're trotting out of the bedroom with only a couple stray receipts slipping out of their grasp. Once Artemis is gone, you get up and look around. You actually do not know where the TV remote is. Maybe by the bed? You take a peek on one nightstand, then the other. No dice. You walk across the room towards the TV. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. I heard a noise. And then I was starting to get hungry. I made a little snack. Well, I warmed up some smoked sausage. And now my pesty bestie Panzer is kind of mooch. There's a short shelf under the television, and it's there that you find the remote. Success. You go back to sit down on Artemis's bed, turning on the TV and flipping through the channels until you land on the familiar faces of Midwest singles. It's pretty much started. The cold opening is already playing. A couple moments later, Artemis walks back into the room. Is it on? Yep. You scoot over on the bed, making space for Artemis to settle down next to you. Who are you rooting for? Not gonna lie, I have a soft spot for Michaela and Cole. No way, Cole is such a loser. He is. That's what makes him interesting. Must be why Michaela likes him so much. What about you? I'm Team Kiana and Peter all the way. Oh wow. They're basically the first couple of this season. Remember the feud between Kiana and Kathleen? Artemis laughs, nudging your shoulder with theirs. Of course I remember. It was trending online for like 12 hours. I remember Odina telling me about it. That was over 2 months ago. Wow. The conversation peters out as the title sequence begins to play. Your attention is snagged like a fish on a hook. It's almost funny that you're watching the finale with Artemis right now. You used to tease Odina for watching all of her reality TV, but now here you are, watching it of your own free will. You suppose that there's a reason that trashy reality television has existed for so long. People just can't avoid getting sucked into it. The Midwest Singles finale is 2 episodes long, about an hour of content. There's quite a bit of drama to get through. You're going to be sitting here for a while. In the back of your mind, you wonder if Odina is at her house watching the finale too. You'll have so much to talk about when you see her again. You and Artemis start to watch the finale in attentive silence for about 10 minutes before your attention starts to wander. The couple on screen isn't exactly one you're interested in, so you find yourself distracted by what you are interested in. Oh my god. Artemis is so close to you, close enough that your shoulders are pressed against each other. You can almost smell their conditioner. Your stomach twists. You find yourself distracted by Artemis's side profile, distracted by the reflection of the television on the lenses of their glasses. They're so caught up in the show You don't think they know you're looking. Oh. I think before I just rested my head on their shoulder. But I could go bold. Do I want to go bold? Now do I kiss them or do I sit in their lap? I'm gonna ask if I can sit in their lap. Artemis just has their hands in their lap, their phone held loosely in one hand, and your mind wanders. You've been close to Artemis in other ways, but not exactly physically. You're not sure if it would make them uncomfortable if you asked to sit in their lap, but you suppose it wouldn't hurt to ask. Hey, I have a question. You're already getting embarrassed. Artemis speaks at you, their eyebrows raising in curiosity. What's up? You're about to gesture vaguely towards her lap, but then you force yourself not to. You can feel your face growing hot. Artemis seems to notice, but they don't say anything, their mouth just quirking up in a slight smile. Can I sit on your lap? It's quiet then, save for the television on the other side of the room. Artemis' cheeks go pink. Their smile goes shy and they avert their eyes. You want to scream. Oh. Talking sense. That's why. No one's asked me that before. Typically people just do it. People. You try not to think about other people in Artemis, instead growing even more embarrassed. Sorry, I just... No. Don't be sorry. I like that you ask before you do things. It makes me feel respected. I like this! Yes! Artemis shrugs, just as embarrassed as you are. I don't know. No, I get it. You can sit on my lap. They say it like they might lose the words if they don't speak them right in that instant. It takes you by surprise. Artemis moves her hands from their lap, putting their phone on the nightstand next to them. They're expectant, waiting. You can hear your blood rushing in your ears. You scoot over to them awkwardly, trying not to meet their eyes. Getting into their lap is easy enough, and you try to get comfortable without moving too much. You can feel Artemis's chest rising and fall against your back. If you moved your head to the side, theirs would be right there. They're everywhere. Artemis wraps her arms around your middle cautiously, almost like they're afraid you'll bite if they handle you the wrong way. When they speak, it's so close to your ear that the hair on the back of your neck raises. Okay? You swallow thickly. Yeah. They're warm. Their lap is comfy. Artemis is literally a living, breathing person. You can feel every single movement their body makes. You're hyper aware of everything. You attempt to focus back on the television. You're not sure what you missed, but it's probably better that you begin to pay attention sooner rather than later. Oh, Dina will pop quiz me. I know this. That's how she is. There's a long time of you and Artemis just sitting there together. But then they bury their face in your hair. Your heart jumps.
You smell so good.
Your stomach does black. I hate when I stutter, sorry. Your stomach does backflips. They're smelling you. Their nose is in your hair and they're smelling you. You're sitting in their lap and they're smelling you. Thanks. You don't really know what else to say. You're not sure you'll be able to say anything else without making a fool of yourself. But if you're honest, you don't think you would mind making a fool of yourself in front of them. The two of you stay like that for the next hour. You're comfortable in their lap. Artemis doesn't move very much, aside from the few times they shift to keep their legs from going numb. Oh no. Briefly you wonder if you're heavy, but the thought is quickly replaced by the noise of the television. I know I'm not heavy, but I'm bony, so I know that's also an issue. And it makes me worry whenever I'm like on someone's lap that like, is my tailbone digging into their leg? You know, I don't want to hurt them. But it's something I can't help. The finale seems to fly by. By the time it's over, it feels like you've only just started it. The two of you sit through the ending credits for a moment. But once the TV broadcast begins to play another reality television show that you don't recognize, Artemis pats you on the thigh. I'm gonna get up. Okay. You slide up Artemis's lap and they move to get off the bed. You hungry? They walk over to the TV, finding the remote on the console below it and turning it off. You only just had dinner with Odina a couple hours ago, but you think you could go for a snack? I could eat something, sure. Cool. I got some stuff in the fridge you could pick from. They gesture for you to follow them out of the bedroom, so you swing your legs off the bed and rush to trail after them. The house feels so big and empty without Crow and Mordad home. It's a creaky house too. When you go down the stairs, the wood under your feet screams. It's a bit unsettling. You're not sure how Artemis sometimes stays on their own in this house.